crime, violence, and fear. While some cities are known for their beauty, others have earned their reputation for being some of the most dangerous places on Earth. From armed gangs to political unrest, some cities have become synonymous with danger. In this video, we'll count down the top 10 cities where danger lurks at every corner, so you steer clear. Quito, Ecuador. The capital of Ecuador is known for its stunning historical architecture and breathtaking views of the Andes. However, despite its beauty, Quito has become infamous for its crime rates, particularly in certain areas like La Mariscal, La Floresta, and La Marin. The city has experienced a rise in violent crimes such as robberies, assaults, and gang-related activity, especially in poorly lit and less patrolled neighborhoods. Pickpocketing is also a common issue in busy tourist areas. In addition to street crime, Quito has faced challenges with political instability, adding to the general sense of insecurity. The rise in gang violence and drug trafficking has made certain areas of the city increasingly dangerous. While many areas of Quito remain safe for tourists and locals alike, caution is advised, particularly at night or in unfamiliar districts. Travelers are encouraged to stick to well-populated areas, avoid flashy displays of wealth, and remain aware of their surroundings to stay safe in this otherwise picturesque city. Next up, we have another capital, Mexico City. The country has become a crime hub recently, and while the sprawling capital of Mexico is a vibrant metropolis known for its rich culture, historical landmarks, and incredible food scene, things are still not looking good in terms of crime rates. You see, despite being the capital, Mexico City still struggles with a high crime rate, earning a crime index of 82.43. While many areas of the city remain safe for tourists, particularly in well-traveled districts like Polanco and Roma, others are plagued by violence, theft, and drug-related crime. Pickpocketing and muggings are common, especially in crowded markets and public transportation hubs. Organized crime and gang violence add another layer of danger, with certain neighborhoods being virtual no-go zones. Extortion and kidnappings have also been reported, although these crimes are more likely to affect locals than tourists. So, if you ever find yourself enjoying the streets, make sure to take care of your belongings. Cairo, Egypt, yet another capital city. Cairo. Egypt's sprawling capital is a city of contrasts. Blending ancient wonders like the pyramids of Giza with bustling modern life is on the list of every travel enthusiast. However, Cairo's high crime index of 83.44 reflects the challenges it faces, particularly in terms of street crime and social issues. Petty crimes such as pickpocketing and bag snatching are common in crowded areas, especially markets and public transportation hubs. Tourists are often targeted due to their perceived wealth, with scams and overcharging by local vendors being frequent complaints. Beyond petty crime, Cairo has also experienced periodic civil unrest and protests, which can escalate quickly and pose a risk to bystanders. Despite these concerns, Cairo remains a popular tourist destination. Increased security measures have been implemented at major attractions and public spaces. Visitors are encouraged to stay alert, travel in groups, and avoid demonstrations or isolated areas to ensure a safe experience in this historic city. Next on the list, we have Bogota, Colombia. It seems that the capitals are always the criminals' favorite destinations. The vibrant capital of Colombia is known for its rich history, stunning mountain views, and dynamic culture. However, it also grapples with a high crime index of 86.7, making safety a key concern for residents and visitors alike. Just like in Cairo, tourists are often targeted, particularly in busy markets, bus terminals, and popular neighborhoods like La Candelaria. But what makes it more dangerous is the lack of public safety. In addition to petty theft, Bogota struggles with more serious issues such as armed robberies, drug-related violence, and occasional kidnappings in certain areas. Dhaka, Bangladesh. Now, let's take you to the city with the most political instability right now. Dhaka, the bustling capital of Bangladesh, is a city of people who love to travel, teeming with life, culture, and history, but also grappling with a crime index of 89.5. Overpopulation, poverty, and insufficient infrastructure contribute to high levels of crime, including pickpocketing, mugging, and scams targeting tourists. And obviously, the hate crimes have been on a steep rise here. The country has a large number of hate crimes against other religions, and the majority Muslim community has become very aggressive. Traffic congestion and lack of organised public transportation exacerbate safety concerns, particularly for women travelling alone, who often face harassment. More severe crimes like armed robbery and political violence have been reported in some parts of the city, with civil unrest occasionally disrupting daily life. So maybe you don't want to visit the city in a time of such drastic conditions. Manila, Philippines. With a crime index of 91.49, it's also one of the world's most dangerous cities that you can travel to in 2025. In crowded areas like Divisoria, Quiapo, and public transportation hubs, make sure that you take care of your belongings. The country is a hotspot for travel freaks, so it is only obvious that thieves like to hit travelers. You're new to the area, know nothing about the local laws, and definitely are the easier targets. Manila also struggles with more severe issues, including gang activity, drug-related violence, and corruption within law enforcement. Some neighbourhoods, particularly those outside tourist zones, are plagued by high crime rates and should be avoided. Additionally, natural disasters like typhoons and flooding add another layer of unpredictability to life in this urban sprawl. However, it is a place that you'd like for sure. So navigate its risks by sticking to safer neighbourhoods like Makati or Bonifacio Global City, avoiding nighttime travel in unfamiliar areas, and staying aware of their surroundings. Lagos, Nigeria. Lagos, the largest city in Nigeria, is a bustling economic hub with a vibrant cultural scene. However, it also has a crime index of 91.54, making it one of the most dangerous cities in the world. Pickpocketing, phone snatching, and scams are common, especially in crowded places such as markets, public transport, and bus stations. So, make sure to take care of your stuff. The city also faces significant issues with more violent crimes, including armed robberies, carjackings, and home invasions. Yep, home invasions. Certain neighbourhoods, especially those outside the major districts like Victoria Island or Lekki, can be particularly risky. Even the authorities can't help you because corruption and inefficiencies in law enforcement further compound these challenges, leaving many crimes unaddressed. One way to make sure you're safe is to hire tour guides that will not only help you through the language barriers, but they also make sure to protect you from bad areas. Yangon, Yangon, Myanmar's largest city, is known for its golden pagodas, colonial architecture, and rich cultural history. However, it also struggles with a high crime index of 91.67, reflecting the challenges of urbanization, economic disparity, and political instability. Like any other major city we have discussed, tourists are the main victims here. Crimes such as pickpocketing, bag snatching, and scams targeting tourists are common, especially in busy markets, crowded buses, and popular attractions like Shwedagon Pagoda. While you'd be okay with overcharging for things, it still gets out of hand at times. Beyond petty theft, Yangon faces sporadic outbreaks of violence, particularly during times of political unrest or protests, which can escalate unpredictably. Corruption and strained law enforcement resources further contribute to a sense of insecurity in the city. Karachi, Pakistan. Now, let's take you to the country infamous for terrorism. Karachi, Pakistan's largest city and economic hub, is a sprawling metropolis with a vibrant cultural scene and a rich history. There are a lot of amazing places to visit here. However, its crime index of 93.12 highlights the challenges it faces, including high rates of street crime, gang violence, and political unrest. With a place that's ridden with terrorism, it is only obvious that crime rates are pretty high. In some neighbourhoods, more severe issues like armed robberies, extortion, and gang-related violence create significant safety concerns. Political tensions and sporadic protests can also lead to clashes, further destabilizing certain parts of the city. There are so many terror attacks, and in the most recent one, there was a bomb blast at the Karachi International Airport. The attack took the lives of 6 people and injured over 18 others, so it is only obvious that tourists would prefer to avoid visiting this city. Despite these challenges, Karachi remains a vital cultural and economic centre. Efforts to improve security, particularly in affluent areas like Clifton and Defence, have made some zones safer for residents and visitors. Caracas, Venezuela. Now, let's take you to the city known to be most dangerous for tourists. Caracas, the capital of Venezuela, has a staggering crime index of 100, making it one of the most dangerous cities in the world. Rampant poverty, political instability, and widespread corruption have fueled a climate of insecurity, and that makes it unsafe for you. Street crime is pervasive, with armed robberies, muggings, and kidnappings occurring even in broad daylight. Certain neighbourhoods are controlled by criminal gangs, where law enforcement struggles to maintain control. The city's economic struggles exacerbate the dangers, as desperate conditions often lead to increased violence. And the city is familiar with a lot of it. Travellers and even locals are advised to exercise extreme caution, avoid roaming out after dark, and steer clear of high-risk areas altogether. While Caracas remains a city of rich culture and history, its escalating violence has overshadowed its beauty, demanding caution and careful planning for those navigating its streets. Well, this is it for today's video. Would you still want to visit these places? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.